You hear me okay?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Good. Happy Mother's Day.
Me too.
Okay, okay, good to know. I don't wanna drive an hour and then figure out we can't get out of the car.
That's what I wanted.
Thank you, that's super helpful. It may not be the news I was hoping for, but it's really important, helpful news.
Okay, make sure my yes, that's that and that. Okay. Well, we're here. Good morning. Everybody had I don't know, too happy a Mother's Day, maybe too much. We needed a morning off today.
Mother's Day party.
Yeah, right?
People coming and going and going and coming.
Yeah. Well, we're here, so it's okay. So I was thinking about the mothering archetype or the mother archetype this week for inspiration for practices and how that archetype carries, so, whether you are an actual mother or not, or your creative juices have manifested other things out into the world, each of us holds, these archetypes within us. Morning, Lena. And so the mothering archetype holds, the qualities of protectiveness, that idea of looking over, watching over. And to me, it's like the idea of just holding space for those around you to be who they are, to be their authentic selves, not just allowing for the people around you, whether, again, it's your own children or just your community of that mothering archetype holds the space for people to express themselves in the ways that they want to express themselves, that they are authentic in expressing themselves. It's the idea of, hi, good morning, steadfastness and steadiness and just, being present, being there, being available, being showing up, in all the ways that we show up. I don't know, what else would you guys add? Lana yesterday said strength, which I think is a good one. Yeah, moms need to be tough, and whether you're, and the funny thing is, in my family, my husband is definitely more of the nurturing one, and I'm definitely more of the tough love one. So, these archetypes exist in all of us in the different ways. But what else would you add to mothering? What is?
Good lung capacity.
Good lung capacity.
Not because you're yelling.
Not because you're.
I said to a friend, as a mother, you go from holding your breath to breathing.
Yeah.
To holding your breath.
Yeah.
When they get older.
Yeah.
Younger
Of course.
kids.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not when because when they're younger, they're falling over, you're like,
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Totally.
So I think the analogy holds all the way through.
I think it does. I think that's a good one. Yeah, holding your breath and then breathing and then holding your breath and breathing. Yeah. What else? Lana has 5 children.
Okay.
And Lana, I met because her youngest and my youngest were best buddies when they were little.
Yeah.
We should get them together again. JoJo was like my 4th child for a couple of years.
He's like 5 foot.
Oh, I'm sure.
Almost on the nose. He's taller than
I'm
I am.
I'm sure he's taller than I am, but that's not saying much. When my boys get excited, when they're like, "Oh, my son is my Rocky's almost as tall as me," I'm like, "It's exciting until you realize it's not saying much, kid." All right, what else would you add to that mothering, whether it's of yourself or your dog or your children or your job or whatever it is?
Compassion, acceptance.
Compassion,
Patience.
acceptance. Yeah, patience. I said patience is not one that I exhibit well necessarily, but I try.
They don't all come easy.
I do try, yes. Well, and it's funny because they're all hard in different ways, right? And so flexibility.
That's important.
Yeah, that's a good one. Anything to add to mothering? The mothering archetype? Not to put you on the spot, just to think about. All right, well, the idea is then that as we practice our yoga, as we do our yoga practice, that perhaps we can bring these energies and awarenesses to ourselves, and whether shock absorber, shock absorber. Okay, I like it. Shock absorber, shot absorber, shock absorber, all of the above. You have a girl, shot absorber. That definitely qualifies. But the idea is whether you yourself were mothered in the way that you needed, or weren't mothered in the way that you needed. That we can do that for ourselves. We can cultivate those qualities towards ourselves, and we have to do it towards ourselves, whether we are mothers or not mothers. We need to do, mothers are, I don't know, I shouldn't say, I think that most mothers are pretty good at balancing self-care. I know some that are not as good, but that we have to be, because we've really recognized that we cannot show up in that way for anyone in our lives if we are not feeding the coffers of our own coffers, if we are not putting money in the bank. And that's
When to back off. Sometimes we're
right. Yeah. When to not be that. Right. Well, there's the shadow side of the archetypes always. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. But yes, boundaries.
It's funny because mothering is also about releasing those boundaries.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You
can't.
can't.
When
Yeah.
they're babies, you can't have any boundaries. They are you. They are
Yes.
attached to you.
Yes.
You are them.
Yeah.
And then somehow you have to teach yourself. Then there's this process to me.
Yeah.
About that turns out we're a lot younger than I thought. But
Yeah.
then you have to be like letting go.
Yeah.
And now that my kids are in their
Yeah.
20s, it's like all about.
Yeah.
And I gotta,
course.
You gotta be you, and I
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's hard. I mean, it is a real demarcation line of being like, it's like you have to be the most, when they're little, you have to be the most hovering. You literally have to save their life 10 times a day. You know what I mean? Or they stop them from running into traffic and falling down the stairs and whatever, all the things. And you have to go from this like complete whatever. And then one day you wake up and you're like, and you got to shut it off completely. You're like, oh, wait, I can't do that anymore. Because I'm like, then you're like a lunatic mother, you're the helicopter mother, you're the crazy mother, right? But that is a hard switch to flip, and if you don't, like, you're judged if you do, you're judged if you don't. It's a complicated thing.
Once you've switched that, you have to fill this gigantic
Yeah,
void.
right. That then you've put all your energy into this thing and then all of a sudden it's like, wait, now what? Okay. Which is why I think I'll circle back to then doing for yourself, having your, the things that you love. So you're here, you're doing it, you're here for your yoga, you've done it, you've shown up, you're here doing it, you get it. I'm preaching to the choir here, but of course, how many times do we come to our mat and we do our practice and we're distracted, whether it's our kids or something else going on in our lives, This is the time to be, nothing new. Same thing every week, same thing every day. Just show up, be here with yourself, mother yourself, be nurturing, be compassionate, be kind. Be mothering to yourself this morning. All
Can I
right.
just add one thing?
Of course, add one thing.
That I think, and this is related more towards older kids, that you also have to remain grounded yourself.
Yeah.
Because even if you have those boundaries,
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
you're accused and
Sure.
they're furious with you
Of course.
because you've done and said things you have zero recollection.
Totally. Yes, right.
And then
Yeah.
it's fine the next day.
Of course.
But that day you did it, you said it, you
Yeah.
couldn't have done any possible worse. But the
Yes.
next day's fine.
Yes.
And if you
And we're
do
held
that,
to the-
you'll
yeah.
lose your mind.
Yes, right. If you're letting yourself get on that roller coaster of like, yeah, their reflection back to you of all their stuff, because no matter how old they are, they're always doing it. Like I'm almost 50, and I literally, like, with my own mother, I'm like, you gotta stop that. You're 50 years old. Like, don't do that to your mom. Like, she's good. She's a good mom. I love my mom. She's a great mom. You know, where I'm like, dude, you're 50. You're acting like a freaking toddler. Like, stop it. You know, like. But we still do it, you know, like I find myself doing it, and then I'm like, okay. And then some of my own awareness of that was like, oh, I don't want my kids to be treating my mom like, and you have this awareness of like, oh, my kid is doing that to me. That's what I do to my mom. I'm doing the same thing, and like, you know, so the cycle continues, and we do our best, but all we can do here in the moment is just be here for ourselves. So let's do that. Close your eyes. And sit up nice and tall. And just receive the breath with all of your awareness. Receive the breath that is breathed into us with each breath by the great Mahashakti, the great mother energy of the universe. When we feel her support, it is easier for us to be grounded, to be the parent to ourselves, to our children that we wish to be. So as you move through your practice, allow yourself to celebrate, cultivate your own creativity, to nurture yourself by staying really aware and alert to your body, to your heart, and to the ways that it needs to be, both of those need to be held in the practice today. Perhaps the most standout quality of the mother archetype is that unconditional love. The love that says, I love you no matter what. When you're accusing me, when you're cranky, when you have a tantrum, when we're celebrating, in all the moments, can you love yourself the same way? Can you offer that same degree of unconditional love and support to yourself this morning? Let that be your focus. Bring your hands together at your heart. Let's chant together. Take in a deep breath. Bow your head to your heart, to your own love, compassion, generosity for yourself. And as you're ready, release your hands, let your eyes open. All right, let's start standing up this morning. All right, come stand towards the back edge of your mat so that you have some space in front of you. And step your feet as wide as your mat. Good. Take hands on hips and then just do some circling of hips. So way out to the sides. That's it. Send your hips way back. Knees soft. Just rolling through. That's it. Circle around one way. And then switch the direction. Go the other way. And then come to bent knees, take your hands onto your knees, do some standing cat and cow. Inhale, arch your back, lift your tail, lift your head. Exhale, round your spine, let your head and your tail drop down. Inhale, arch, broaden your collarbones, draw your shoulders back. Exhale. All the way to the bottom of the breath. Feel the lift of the navel to the spine. And a couple more just like that, moving at your pace, flowing with your breath. Just letting these first warm-up poses be a gentle inventory of how things are feeling this morning, where we need a little more energy, where we need to direct a little more of the prana, a little more of our awareness. Good. Come to neutral. Slide your hands to your hips and then just pulse up and down in a squat a few times. So gentle squat, just get the legs moving. As you're doing this, keep your lower legs squeezing in so the weight stays. Don't let the weight sort of drop open to the pinky edge of the foot. Keep the weight on the inner edge of the foot. And as you're bending your knees, have this sense of spinning your inner thighs, your sit bones back and wide. Do two more, sit a little deeper each one. Last one. Good. Inhale, come up, sweep your arms up to the sky. Clasp your right wrist, lean to the left. And then in your side bend, do a little cat and cow. Round a little and arch a little. And round a little, and arch a little. And do one more like that. Round a little, look towards your belly, and arch a little. Good, inhale up, separate your hands, switch the clasp, lean to the right. Little cat and cow, round a little, arch a little, round a little. One more time with your breath. Good. Separate your hands, reach your arms up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, hands to floor or blocks. Bend your right knee. You can bring your feet a little narrower for this one actually. Bring the heel toe into hip distance. And then bend your right knee. Shift your weight to your left foot. Keep your left heel down. Take your left hand forward a little bit, but drag your left hip back at the same time. So big opening the whole left side of the body. And then switch sides. Straighten out your right leg, bend your left knee. Let your left hip sink down a little bit. Take your right hand forward, just a smidge. Take your right hip back. Lengthen the whole right side from your outer hip down to the pinky edge of your foot, from your outer hip to your armpit, just a whole lot of space on the right side. Good, straighten both legs, fold to center. And then walk yourself forward on your hands to plank pose. That's it. You can narrow your stance a little more here so that you can harness that squeezing in energy of sweeping the arms and the legs in towards each other. Take one more breath here. Knees up or down, up to you. Lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra, hands off the floor. Hover your hands. Yeah, that's it. Click your toenails down, knees down, pelvis down. Lift your upper body a little higher. Turn on the back muscles. And then keep them turned on. Drop your hands, lift up any amount more. Good. Exhale and come to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet here a few times. See if a slow pedal or a faster pedal feels better to you. Then stretch your legs straight, stretch your arms straight, stretch your hips up high, move your belly and your chest back towards your thighs, but resist your armpits forward towards the front of the mat. So there's a big opening across the front and back of the shoulders. Lengthen the front and the back of your neck. Just take a moment to stretch whatever quality that is that you wanted to bring to your practice today, whatever mothering quality you want to offer to yourself. Just let it expand inside of you, grow bigger. Then step your feet a little wider, so go back to a wide stance. And then walk yourself back to the back of the mat, sitting back into a squat. This time, if it's comfortable to sit into squat, go for it. If you need to take a block and place it to sit on, you can do it that way. To get your heels down, you can also put your heels on a blanket if that's better. Of course, up higher, if your knees are happier, up higher is fine too. All right, have your elbows inside your knees. That's it. Snuggle your armpits close, a little bit closer. Squeeze your legs in, but broaden your collarbones out. Lift your chest, lengthen your spine, drop your tailbone down. Good, twist. Release your left hand out to the left, twist open to the right. You can have your hand on your right knee or up to the sky. That's it. Squeeze your arm and your leg together. It just gives you a little bit of resistance to twist open a little more. And then back to center. And over to the other side. Drop your right hand. Right hand. Twist open left. Squeeze right arm and right leg towards each other. Good. Back to center. Drop your hands and fold. If your toes turned out, bring them back to parallel here. It's okay for squat to turn the toes out, but as we come back to forward bend, it's better to have them parallel. All right, lengthen your spine. Come on all the way up. Reach up. Let's just do a little shoulder warm up. As you exhale, come to cactus arms. Stabilize from your ribs down to your feet, and then curl your shoulders and your head back a little bit. And then on an exhale, wrap right arm over left arm. Give yourself a hug. Let your head drop down. Inhale, cactus arms open. Exhale, hug, left arm over right arm. Just like that again. Inhale, open up, lean back maybe a little more. Right arm on top, hug. Like you embrace your beloved, precious children or whoever's precious to you. Hopefully yourself. Inhale, arms open wide. Last one, left arm on top. Round a little. Inhale, back open. Stretch your arms up to the sky. And exhale, fold forward again. Walk out to plank. So when we come from the back of the mat, when we come from standing that way, the legs stay a little bit stronger. Do you guys feel that? Like the legs turn on a little bit more? So use that as you remember that as we come into poses where we're on the arms a little bit more. All right, vinyasa, chaturanga, back bend of choice, and back to dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg up, dog split. Take whatever variation of dog split nurtures you, feeds your heart. Whatever version of dog split offers your body
Unconditional love, to just be what it is, how it is, exactly as it is. Inhale, step it all the way up between your hands now. Right foot forward. Back heel up for lunge. Squeeze your legs together. Come on up as you find your balance. That's it. Keep that sense of the lower legs squeezing in, so the weight on the big toes. At the same time, push your inner thighs wide and drop your tailbone down to sit lower into the pose. Stretch up through your torso, arms and fingers. We're going to drop the back knee. You can put your hands down first, or you can just slowly lower if that works for you. Good. Get a little taller in your spine. Pull your right heel towards your right sit bone a little bit deeper. Yes, good. Draw your hands to your heart. Take a breath in, lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, twist, hook your left elbow to your right knee. And then stack your right elbow on top of your left elbow. Brace your left elbow against your knee and twist your belly really deeply. Try to turn your breastbone, your sternum towards your thumbs and move your top shoulder and your head back a little bit. Good. Take one more breath here. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, downward facing dog. You can hold in your dog, or if you want to move, you can take a vinyasa here. Dog split. Left leg, whatever you did on the first side, just mirror it here. Whatever it is you need to offer to yourself, to give to yourself in your practice. Offer it the same way you offer to your children, which we do so selflessly. Do that for yourself. Inhale, step it all the way up, lunge. Get steady on your feet. Rise up with your breath. That's it. Back leg stays straight and long. Same work here, hugging the lower legs in so the weight is on the big toe sides of the feet, but the inner thighs widen out at the same time. So what were you saying about boundaries and not boundaries? Yeah, do that with your legs. And then sit a little deeper, lengthen up through your spine. Good. Lower the back knee. Hands on the floor or up is either way. Take care of your knees. Good. Get taller in your torso. Slide your hands to your heart. And then twist. Right elbow, left knee. Good. And once you find your balance, press elbow to knee and try to rotate your breastbone more towards your thumbs. Pull your top shoulder back a little bit more. And instead of just collapsing down into your leg, really push your elbow down so there's a length to your spine. Take one more breath. Take your gaze up if you've got your balance. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms back to the sky. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank, and we're going to come down to the belly and meet there. So come all the way down. Rest your forehead or your chin. Bring your arms back by your sides. Good. Hug your lower legs in towards each other. Hug the whole leg in. So the legs are squeezing in, but see if at the same time you can create a broadness in the back of the pelvis by pushing the knees down and widening out through the inner thighs a little bit. Then really root your tailbone, tone your glutes. Inhale, lengthen to the crown of your head and lift up upper body. Try to lift your shoulders higher than your hands. That's it. So almost like your hands are pushing down into something to get your shoulders to lift a little higher, tops of the shoulders. Squeeze your outer shoulder blades in. Good. And then extend from the center of your pelvis back to your toes, forward to the crown of your head. Get longer. Exhale, just turn your cheek and rest for a moment. You can rest your head on your hands if that's more comfortable.
all the same. The song?
Yes. I know. I haven't. I don't know. I can't remember who it is, but is it Brenda Carla? Yeah. It's such a good song. I just discovered it like not that long ago. I don't even know how old it is. Okay, we're gonna do tree pose facing down. So slide your right knee up to the right. That's it. And then open up the knee. So bring your heel in line with your knee. So not like a tree where your toe is touching your leg, but bring your foot out. Yeah, that's it. Okay, then press the big toe side of your foot into the floor, your inner knee into the floor. Draw your tailbone, your right sit bone especially, down towards the floor, like you're trying to close that space underneath your right inner thigh. It probably won't close, but that's okay. And then turn your cheek to the left. Take one more breath. Slide that right leg out straight. And then over to the other side, left knee up to the left. Yeah. So like a tree leg, bring it as high up as you can. But open up the knee so the leg is, the knee is at more of an open angle. Press the inner edge of your left foot down, your inner knee. Draw your left sit bone down, tailbone down. Close the space. Turn your cheek, rest your left cheek, turn your head to the right. And take another just deep breath in, slow breath out, just enjoying your breath on the floor and laying on the floor on a Monday morning. All right, inhale, slide that leg back behind you. Slide your hands under your shoulders, cobra pose. And back to downward facing dog. Take your feet wide apart again. Actually, no, go close together. Sorry, I want to do it this way. Close together and walk back. We're going to come to Malasana. So garland pose. So for this one, the feet are together and the knees are wide. Yeah, that's it. And then you can stay here with your hands in front, and if you need to keep the backs of the knees a little more open, just take a little more weight into your hands. Keep the knees open if your knees are happier that way. If you're comfortable letting your sit bones drop down, let your hips drop down. You can stay with the arms out in front, or you can wrap your hands around the front of your shins. Rest your heels onto your hands. Let your head release down so you're in a little yoga ball, squeezing in. That's it. Let your head drop. Let your navel lift up. And take a big deep breath into the back of your body, the back of your waistline, the back of your shoulders. All right, good. If your hands are wrapped behind, release them. And then straighten your legs, fold over Uttanasana. And then we're going to do one, you can do one more squat like that, so the garland squat, or you can take it into Bakasana. So if you're coming into the squat, you can just do that. If you're coming to Bakasana, plant your hands out in front so that they're right underneath the shoulders. Spread out your fingers nice and wide. Bend your elbows. Grip your fingers to the mat. Look forward. As you exhale, feel a little lift in the belly. So lift your belly up, shift your weight forward, squeeze your legs to your arms. Maybe lift one leg, maybe lift both legs. Feet, I should say, feet. I mean, if you want to lift your legs, do that, but I can't. Yeah, that's it. Keep your head up and lean forward. That's it. The fingers are the brakes, you guys. The fingers are the brakes, like Spider-Man claw. White knuckle it. That's what's going to keep you up. Yep, and the head up. Oh, you okay? Better on the elbow than on the face. Okay, Uttanasana. Fold forward again. Good. You want to come to a resting Uttanasana. Just let your knees soften. Yeah, hold your elbows. Let your head release. All right, inhale, lengthen your spine. Come on all the way up. Reach up. Exhale, fold back down. Walk yourself out. Back to plank. Keep some weight in the legs really strong. Good, flow down to the belly. We're gonna meet on the belly again.
Another Shalabhasana locust with hands clasped this time, so lace your fingers together behind you. Squeeze your legs together, arms together. See if you can get the heels of the hands closer together. And then on your next inhale, ground your tailbone, tone your glutes, lift everything you can up off the floor. That's it. Lift your head, lift your arms, lift your feet, and just get longer. Longer to the crown of your head, longer to your fingertips, longer to your toes. Good. Exhale, release, and shift back, downward facing dog. Bring your awareness to your right hand. And just like we just did in Bakasana, if you were working on that, really claw your fingers into the mat. Spread your fingers out wide, grip your fingers down, make your right arm really straight and strong. And then spin down your right heel, coming to Vashisthasana. So on the pinky edge of your right foot, spin down your whole foot. And then options are you can step the left foot in front, you can stagger your feet, or you can stack your feet. Use your legs, just like we did in plank. Make the legs really strong and supportive here. Yeah, work your legs a little stronger. Pull up into the center of your pelvis. Then from the center of your pelvis, extend to the crown of your head. All right, good. Back to dog. Nice, you guys. Very good. Bring your awareness to your left hand. Claw the fingers, like really white knuckle it. Really press the finger pads down, especially the thumb and the pointer. They like to lift up. Ground them super strong. Make your left arm really strong. Then spin down your left heel. Right foot can step in front of your left knee, can step in front of your left foot or stack on top. Right arm to the sky. Work your legs. Push down into that bottom hand, lift up a little higher. Take one more breath. Draw on your mama bear strength. All right, back to downward facing dog. Good, and then drop down. Let's take child's pose for a moment. Hips back to heels. Whatever variation of child's pose you like. Take a moment to just offer that to yourself. We're going to do one more Vashisthasana, tapping into mother archetype energy means tapping into our own creativity, our capacity to create and sustain. It's part of being a mother or a mothering presence. And so think for a moment about what Vashisthasana variation might embody that for you most authentically, and then find your way back to dog. And back to whatever side plank variation offers that need for you. So same thing we just did, or maybe a tree leg, or maybe hovering the top foot, or maybe holding the top foot, or any of those options. Whatever it is, be there fully, be there authentically. Hold the space to just let beauty radiate out. Good. Second side. Come down to dog. Take a minute. Set your hand really well. Spin down your left heel. Whatever you did on the first side, mirror it here. You know, we hold space for our children to try hard things. Hold that space for yourself. We let them fail, we can let ourselves fail, because there's no failing. There's either success or there's learning. Back to dog. All right, walk back to the back of your mat. Land into your feet. Bend your knees, rest your belly on your thighs. Take a standing rest for a moment. Hold opposite elbows. Let your elbows feel heavy. Let your head, your neck lengthen. And then slide your hands to your hips, lengthen your spine. Push into your feet to come on up. All right, good. Let's take a standing thigh stretch. If you want to go to a wall or something for balance, you can do that. Stand onto your right leg. Bend up your left knee behind you. Catch your foot with your left hand. I'm going to do the side view. So spread out your toes so that the lower leg is active. And then the tendency is the knee wants to go forward and out, right? So squeeze it in and back so that the thighs are parallel to each other. And then hug your heel in any amount more. And then tone your low belly and your pelvic floor. Lift up in the low belly. Draw your navel back. Then draw your shoulders back, but keep hugging that heel in. Good. Exhale and release.
Second side, stand on your other foot. Catch your right foot behind you. I think it's your left. Right foot behind you. Spread out the toes. That's it. Thigh bones parallel. Hug your heel in towards your butt. Tone your belly. Pelvic floor, in and up. Tailbone down. Yeah, shoulders back. All right, release that foot down. Okay, now into baby dancer. So instead of pulling the heel in, we'll kick it back behind for balance. Again, if you're doing this at the wall, do it facing the wall for this one so that you can come forward a little bit and then use the wall for balance that way. Stand on your right leg. Just get steady. Bring that steadiness to yourself that you bring to your family, to your community, to all the people that you support in your life. Bend up your left knee, catch your left foot. Take your right arm to the sky. That's it. Now, without letting the knee go to the side, so keep squeezing towards the midline, kick your foot back. So it's a back bend. That's it. And then you can just take the whole thing forward. Keep your left armpit back. Keep your left arm lifting up. Take it forward any amount, hinging from your left hip. Beautiful, you guys. Take one more breath, even if you're wobbly. Inhale, come on up, because Lord knows we are all wobbly as mothers sometimes. I definitely am. All right, stand on your left foot. Catch your right foot behind. Get steady on that foot. Squeeze your legs together. Left arm up. Kick your foot to your hand. Plug your your left shoulder back. Well, both shoulders, but the left one especially. So that you're staying facing forward, and then reach your breastbone forward, reach your knee back. Lift your left thumb and your right big toe a little higher. Take one more breath. Good, inhale, come on up. And exhale, and release. Nice, you guys. Come to the back of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up, and exhale, fold forward. Walk yourself out to downward facing dog. If you want to come through vinyasa, go for it, or just take a break here for a moment. We're going to step the right foot into warrior two. So step up with your right foot, line up right heel to left instep. Turn the left toes in just a smidge so that unlocks the hip a little bit, makes it easier on the knee with the back toes turned in a smidge. Good, make your left leg really strong. So from the left side of your pelvis, extend to your left foot, and then make your right leg strong by pulling your right heel to your right sit bone. Keep your shoulders right there over your hips and stretch out your arms nice and long. Good, and then hold steady. So much of mothering, whether it's ourselves or others, is the patience. You know, strength takes time to build, takes time to deepen into our poses. So be patient with yourself as you hold and breathe and self-soothe and nurture yourself. Drop your back hand, lean back, reverse warrior. Keep pulling your right heel to your right sit bone, sitting into the right knee. And then lean back towards your left leg, but also lean back towards your back body so you get a little bit of the back muscles. Yeah, nice, Lois, that's it. Back muscles turning on a little bit. All right, stretch out through your right leg. Tone the muscles around the kneecap. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reach out and over, keeping your spine long, so don't reach forward between your legs. Reach straight out over your leg so your spine stays nice and long. And even if you have to land up a little higher onto your leg, that's fine. Hold. Breathe.
Hold space for yourself to unfold. We are all in this process of becoming. You know, we hold that space for our kids. We can hold it for ourselves as well. All right, we're going to step into our right foot for Ardha Chandrasana. So step forward to the right foot. Take your right hand to the pinky side of your foot and out in front, either on the floor or up on a block. Try to keep your right toes pointing straight ahead. They're going to want to turn in. Point them straight ahead. Yes. And then work that first. Get your legs straight, lifted leg, standing leg. And then rotate open, bringing your left hip over your right hip, your left shoulder over your right shoulder. That's it, you guys. Nice. And then big step back to the back of your mat. Parallel your feet, walk between your feet. Prasarita Padottanasana. Fold head towards the floor. Resist your shoulder blades up gently, so you're not just letting your shoulders collapse and the weight of the whole shoulder girdle and your head, putting that weight into your low back. So if you keep a little bit engaged, a little bit of lift in the shoulders away from the floor, a little pressure in the fingers, then the spine feels supported and those muscles can actually relax a little more. It's a little paradoxical. Okay, we're going to walk to Skandasana. Walk to your right foot, turn your right foot out just a smidge. A few options. You can stay hands on the floor. If your knee or hips need that support, that's fine. You can stay up high and go hands to heart, or you can sit down low and go hands to heart. Trying to keep the right heel on the floor. It may or may not stay down. That's okay. Be up on the left toes if you're sitting down low. All right, good. Release to center. Straighten out your right leg. Turn your right toes back in. Left toes out just a little. Walk to the left and whatever you did on that left side. So you're here, or you're here, or you're here. Yeah, or you can be low with hands on the floor. If you need that for balance, that's fine too. Drop your tailbone, lift your breastbone. Very good. Okay, hands to the floor. Parallel feet fold to center. Walk back to the front of your mat. Oh, we didn't come from dog, did we? All right, let's just come on up. I was going to go back to dog, but we didn't come from dog, did we? All right, let's just come back up to stand. All right, come back up to stand, facing the long edge. Did we come from dog? Yes. We did come from dog. Yes. We did. I know, I've confused myself. All right, let's go back to dog. No, we did. We were in dog, weren't we? Yes. All right, come back to dog. Sorry, I've confused myself. Sorry, guys. All right, back to dog. Let's be even. Let's be even. All right, hold in your dog or come through vinyasa. I can always, Eugenia is she keeps me honest and on track when I forget what I'm doing. Eugenia always remembers, thank goodness. Thank goodness somebody does. Okay, left foot forward, warrior two. Yeah, we did. We came from dog. All right, warrior two, left foot forward. All right, make that right leg super strong, like all the support of your own mother or whoever is a mothering presence in your own life. Feel that in your back leg, feel that support, so that as you pull your left heel in and sit into the left hip, you go into that deeper stretch with support, with love for yourself, with the love that you receive from whoever is that presence in your life. Drop your back hand to your back leg. Lean yourself back. That's it. And so we're leaning towards the right leg, but also towards the back body. So a little bit of a back bend. Press your left leg straight. Tone the muscles around the kneecap. Inhale, come on up, and then shift over, spine long. Hand down to ankle, to floor, to block, to whatever's available. Yeah. Turn your belly from left to right. Open up a little bit more. Just hold space for your own unfolding, for your own nurturing, with patience, with just, I don't know, patience is the best word, I guess. All right, we're going to step to Ardha Chandrasana. Step into the left foot. Left hand goes out towards the pinky edge of the foot. So a little bit out to the side. Right arm to the sky. You got it. Fire up that back leg. Yeah, Yes, that's it. Let it lift a little higher. Feel the support of that leg. And then stack hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. If you've got your balance, look up for the last breath. All right, big step back. Land into parallel feet. Walk between your feet again, fold. We're going back to Skandasana, and next option in Skandasana, so you can do the same thing we just did, right? And you can come back into that side lunge. If you want to take it into a half crow leg, you get your knee, your right knee into your upper right arm, head stays lifted, and then grip the fingers, bend the elbows, squeeze your right heel towards your right sit bone. If you want to really challenge yourself, you take the left arm out to the left, you don't have to. Yeah, so you're sort of perching your right knee on top of your right arm if you're looking to do that crow leg. Yeah, your hands might have to go a little more out in front so you can lean into it a little bit. Yeah, that's it. And then squeeze your heel to your butt. That's it. Yeah, there you go. All right, walk to center. Fold to center. So if you're having trouble getting feet off the floor, most times it's because we don't want to fall on our faces, so we don't lean forward enough. Which is a legit thing. Like, put a blanket there. You know, people fall on their face in this pose. Not for nothing. Like, that happens. But put out a blanket and grip your fingers even more. Walk to the left. Plant your hands. Grip, 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 grip. Head up. Head up. Lean forward. Bend your elbows. Perch your left leg on the back of your left arm. If you're staying in the squat, just stay there. You want to challenge, you can reach your right arm out to the right. Yeah, nice. That's it. See, that blanket does miracles, right? Pull back to center. Come back to center. All right, walk back to the front. We'll step back to downward facing dog. All right, hold or last vinyasa opportunity here. And then walk back to your feet. Strengthen your legs, lengthen your spine. Come on up, reach up. And exhale. Release your arms by your sides. Okay, so I want to do a partner, just chest stretch. We did this yesterday. Will you come up with me, Eugenia? Lois at home, you can just do the shoulder to the wall, right? Chest opener. Yeah. All right. So in the room, if you want to do this with a partner, it looks like this. I'm going to stand in close. I've got one, so I'm really close. I've got 1 foot between her feet. I'm holding her wrists, and then I'm leaning back. And I'm using my legs, so it doesn't have to be like a death grip in the arms or your biceps, really firing up. Lean back, use your legs. All right. And somebody asked yesterday, maybe Lana, where your arms should be, right? What position? So the biggest stretch for the shoulders is if the arms are straight out from the shoulders, right? If that bothers a shoulder, going a little bit lower is going to take that sort of pinchy feeling out of the shoulder. So you'll still get a good stretch that way, but if you get pinchy in your shoulders. All right, try it if you want. Find a partner if you'd like. Yeah, or you can do it in the corner. Married, not good for your shoulder. Come, I'll do it with you, come. Yeah, and if you're doing it on the wall, you've just got an elbow on the wall. So you stand between their feet, 1 foot between, stand in really close, good. And then assistance, you just lean back as they go forward. Yep. Yeah, exactly. I know, I call this the Titanic stretch. That's it. Good. Good. Want me to stretch you? No, thank you. It's okay. Thank you. Yeah, just like that. And lean back. Titanic, exactly. The Titanic stretch. Doesn't that feel good? The first time I ever did that with somebody, I did that in a class, my upper back muscles had never fired up that much, and I had this massive spasm in my back, and I was like, oh God. It was like, oh, that's what those muscles are supposed to do. Okay. Yep, that's it. All right, Lois, hope you got a good stretch yeah. Or you could do the corner. You got a corner there. That corner stretch is good too. Did you ever do that one? One elbow in each corner, and then you kind of lean in. Yeah, like that. That's a good one. That's actually more like what we're doing. Yeah, that's a good one too. All right.
And then it's not great for her shoulder. Okay, let's come to the wall. Let's come to the wall.
I don't want you to feel abandoned.
We will lovingly abandon you so that you can take care of your shoulder. Come to the wall, guys. Come to the wall. We will leave you alone with love.
Right?
Because, as mothers, we often have to do that too. Just stay away, Mom. Okay. What's that? I don't think so. We're just going to do a quick handstand or L pose. So if you know what you're doing, go for it. Anybody need the tutorial, the L? I'll just give it just in case. I think everybody knows what they're doing, but just so we're clear. The L is, what's that?
I needed help with this yesterday, so.
Yeah, the L is here. So you sit at the wall. Yeah, we'll go through it. If you're doing a handstand, you could do a handstand. If you want to do your L on your own, that's fine. But if you need to stay with me, just stay with me. So you sit with your back to the wall, legs out in front. And then the heels of your hands are going to go where the heels of your feet were. So you just try to kind of remember where they were. And you come to tabletop. And then take your hands so that the outer shoulder lines up with the center of the wrist. So if you're too narrow, we need the upper back muscles to be able to engage also. So going a little wider lets that happen. That's it. All right, make your arms nice and strong. Grip your fingers. Settle your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Lift your knees and your hips up. That's it. And then still looking forward, walk up the wall just to hip height. So you're in a right angle shape. Then you can go one leg up, which actually is easier, believe it or not. It doesn't feel like it would be, but it is. Feels like you're too short, like you're too close. Yeah. So the action is, yeah, that's good, Kim, just like that.
It doesn't feel like my back.
I know. It's okay. It's this. Push your thighs to the sky. Push down into the floor. Just like that. Yeah, it is, like on steroids. A lot harder than dog. But once this, now go one leg up. You'll see it's easier. I know you don't believe me. There you go. That's it. Reach up. Reach up. Yeah, because it's less pushing you out this way, right? Yeah, there you go.
No, it's great.
So that's a good strength builder if you ever want to do a handstand, which you don't ever have to do. But, if you ever did. Oh, nice, you guys. You're coordinated and you're green and you're black. And you're both so tall with those beautiful long legs. It's like synchronized swimming over here. Okay. All right. Did everybody do something? Try their handstands, L pose. Okay, good. Let's come on back out and we'll just do a few more things. Have a blanket with you now. And so we're going to do Ustrasana, which is camel pose. So if your back is on the tighter side, having a block or two blocks might be helpful for you. And I'll just let you know what to do with those when we get there. All right, so you're gonna stand up on your knees. And just like when we did the thigh stretch, we really want the thigh bones, the femur bones parallel to each other. Too narrow is gonna pinch into the hips and the low back a little bit. Too wide, if the back feels tighter, going a little wider is actually okay. But we're aiming for that parallel thighs. All right, toes tucked is less of a back bend. Toes untucked is a deeper back bend. So that's yogi's choice there. Squeeze your lower legs in. The heels like to bow out to the side, right? So squeeze the lower legs. Start with hands on hips. Yep. Lengthen up out of your pelvis. So get really tall. Like feel like your whole upper body is filling up with all of those qualities of the mother that you want to offer to yourself. You're just so full in the upper body. And then start to curl yourself back. And then reach back for your feet. Let your hands land to your feet. If they don't reach your feet, you can put blocks next to you. So you can do hands onto blocks here, and that's another option if that feels better on your back. All right, lift up through your sternum a little more. Squeeze your outer shoulder blades in. Lift your breastbone up, and then keep lifting it up and come on all the way up. Good, sit back onto your feet for a moment. If that's not good for your knees, just stay here for a moment. If sitting down is not great for your knees. Take a deep breath. We're gonna do the one-legged version of camel next. So same thing, you might wanna block for this. So it's this, we're going to a short lunge. So it's not a deep forward lunge like this, it's a short lunge, right angle, right angle.
And you can have a block next to you here for your hand if the hand doesn't reach the foot. Again, tucking up the toes helps to stabilize a little bit and also helps to bring the foot closer so it's easier to reach. All right, hands on hips. Feel that front foot. So really push down into your right foot. Feel the stability there, like the stability of the mother, always there, always grounded, just this forever presence right there. Keep that steadiness in the foot and then squeeze your legs in. And then start to curl back. Lengthen out of your pelvis and curl back. Shoulders back, head back. Left hand goes to left heel or down to the block. Right arm to the sky. If your neck bothers you, you can take your hand behind your head and curl your head back into your hand. Keep that weight, keep your weight in your right foot, so grounded in the right foot, and then reach back with the right arm. Lean back, curl back. Beautiful, guys. Inhale, come up, heart first. That's it. Switch sides. Take a minute, find center. That's okay, just do the other one. We do both, so it's fine. Left foot forward for most of us. Yep. Back toes are tucked or untucked, up to you. And just take this first moment to feel that steady presence in your left foot. Get really grounded into the left foot. Lengthen out of your pelvis. So again, fill up all those qualities of the mother that you want to offer to yourself, that you want to cultivate, fill up with them. And then curl back, keeping the lift and the length. And then right hand to the block or to your right heel. Left arm to the sky. Plug your left shoulder back, lean back, reach back again. Hand can come behind the head if your neck is feeling tired. That's totally fine. Stay grounded in your left foot. Open your heart to yourself, to unconditional love for yourself. And then come on back up. Nice, you guys. Drop that knee down. All right, come to sit. We're going to go legs wide, so if you want to face the long edge so that your heels stay on the mat, that's fine. If your back or your hamstrings are on the tighter side, sit up on a folded blanket. Just raise up your seat a little bit. And that'll make that situation a lot gentler. Okay, reach down, roll the inner thigh down, take the flesh from underneath your sit bone. So it's an inward rotation. You're pulling the flesh from underneath and you're rolling your inner thigh down. Tighten the muscles in your legs gently. Press your heels down. Press your fingertips down without letting your hips get lighter. So staying grounded but expanding upwards. And then bring your right arm inside, either on top of or inside your right leg. And then you're going to brace your arm and your leg together. Twist, look to the left. Left arm to the sky. And then lean towards the right foot, both hands reaching for that foot. Whether it reaches or not doesn't matter, but we're extending out. Yep, and keep it in the side bend, so it's tempting to kind of round your spine this way to reach the foot, but don't worry about that. Just keep the side body really open so you get that nice side stretch. It's not wrong, it's just a different pose. Inhale, come on up. Center. Ground, settle. Left arm on top of the left leg or to the floor inside the left leg. Right hand on your hip, spin the right shoulder back. Right arm up. Sweep it over the ear, reach for your left foot with both hands if you can. Keep extending out long through your right leg. Keep your right shoulder back over your left shoulder. Take 2 more deep, steady breaths here. And then inhale and come on up. Take your hands, slide your hands down. Hinge from your hips, slide your hands down to your ankles. Stay with a long spine. So pull your shoulders back. Feel like you're pulling on your ankles a little bit. If you have to go higher on the legs, that's fine. Pull if you want to reach for your outer feet. If your arms are long, you can do that. Good. And then right from the hips, hinge forward. Hinge, hinge. Yeah, that's it. Chest forward, heart forward, crown of the head forward. And then maybe head towards the floor or onto the floor. You can always put a block or a blanket underneath your head. And then create a little bit of resistance. So pull with your arms a little bit. Pull your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Feel like you're pulling your legs into the hip sockets as your heart extends out in front.
Okay. I know. So we'll do whatever feels like a reasonable thing to do. Yeah. All right. Inhale, come on up. Nice, you guys. Hold the backs of your knees. Slide your legs in. Soles of the feet towards each other. Pull your heels in nice and close. Good. And then gentle twist to the right, left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Push your right knee to your left hand. Push your left knee out wide to the left as you twist your upper body to the right. And then inhale, center, twist to the other side. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, center. Hold your ankles, fold to center one last time. A deep bow to yourself, to all your mothering qualities, to all the ways that you nurture those around you and yourself and your community. Inhale, come on up. Come to your back for Shavasana. There's another pose or stretch, something you need to do for yourself. Take a moment to do that. Begin to extend arms and legs, equidistant from the midline of the body. Letting your pinky toes drop towards the floor, your palms open towards the sky. Let everything release into your mat. Let all the muscles in the back of your body soften, the back of the legs, the back of the hips and pelvis, the low back, the shoulders. Let the muscles in the front of the body release, your thighs, your belly, your chest, your face. Give yourself this gift of quiet, stillness, of just being here, savoring your breath, savoring your practice, savoring yourself. Gently now, let your breath deepen. Allow your body to move and stretch and awaken however it feels good to you. Bend your knees. Roll to your side. Find your way back to seated. Sharing this reading for this week to the mamas. Here's to you, dog mamas and kid mamas and mountain mamas and surf mamas. To the caffeine deprived muddlers and the joyful kid cuddlers. To the risk takers and choice makers. To the company builders and power wielders. To the community creators and made up game players. We show our daughters how to lead and our sons how to follow strong women. And we do that and a whole bunch more every damn day. To the mamas who show up day after day, messy bun, mud splattered, and maybe even misdressed, but still we show up to stake a claim or claim the stakes, to lead and yes, sometimes to follow as well. We, the mamas, will teach our children and our communities and even our cats to break rules and make rules and always, always joyfully rule. Here's to all the mamas who are setting the pace and the priorities for our families and our communities and our future. We are fierce, we are powerful, we are tireless, even though we are sometimes just plain tired out. But the mamas, all of us together, we are unstoppable. Bring your hands to your heart. And to each other and to yourself and to any other mothering presence in your life you want to send a blessing to. Let's chant one Om. Take in a deep breath. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. You okay?
Yeah.
If you are a runner or you know of runners who might be interested, I'm doing a series with a running coach starting in June for sustainable running. You do not have to be a runner if you want to be a runner or you want to continue running or you were told, oh, running's not good for you. We're going to teach you how you can be a sustainable runner. That's on Mondays in June. All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Do you know about the Pilates class? The Pilates thing?
Yes. What do you need to know?